What else, viewers? RJ here, and with the Z Fold 6 coming out, am I gonna trade in my Fold 3? So, let's talk about it. Okay. As of now, I believe in terms of Android software update, it is end of life. As in, this is at Android 14, and unless you use custom ROMs, and I don't know, but if you don't use custom ROMs, then this is where it ends. In terms of security patches, I believe my phone has one more year left of security patches, which is nice. And 6.2 inch display, what, a 7.6 inch inner screen. So if that sounds familiar, keep that in mind. I got a 12 12 12, so this is the 3, not the 4. So I believe the newer one has a 12 50 12, if I'm correct or not. This is a 10, so that's also a 10. And then this little camera, this little camera here is a 4. So there's that. And the screen protector is aftermarket, so it's gonna show some kind of wear there. But one of the things that I like to do with my S Pen is to kind of draw it in. So this is basically what I do. There it is, and then I kind of close that out there, and then over here looks pretty decent, so it's not too bad. So that's what I do on a daily basis, because that will happen. I think it can actually happen within this video, most likely. No, not yet. Alright, but it will. Okay. The phone can open and close well enough, I should say. It does feel loose, like the hinge doesn't feel as sturdy as it was before. It can still do all of these weird angle, except for that. Let me see. So this can't do. Can do. Let me see if I can go a little bit further down. Yeah, can't do. Can't do. Okay. So that's where the hinge lies, but it can still do this, so that's not too bad. This is the 3, so this is the heaviest. Well, I think the 2 maybe is the heaviest. This is the heaviest of this particular frame, where it's the one that has the non-squared off design. So, and it also has a nice line right here too, and that's this is basically how you can tell that they do they plan to increase the length of the screen, because this is before they made everything bigger. Because if you can see that's where the line is. So they planned this. I really think that they did. So there's that. And the case, I have the case with a kickstand, so that's nice. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. So it works like this. It works like this. It doesn't really work like that though. Yeah, so you can't place it down like this. Yeah, it gets to the side. So there's that. That's the stand case with the S Pen holder to the side. And yeah, this is my favorite case. So that's nice. And Alright, so that's enough talking with the phone. So am I gonna trade up to get the Z Fold 6? Nah, probably not. Because I feel like there's not enough there for me to trade it in. Because when I trade this in, that means I lose this phone. So I'm losing this phone on top of having to pay a little bit more than $1,000 because I don't qualify for any other discounts. So there's that. And I mean, to be honest, if this phone was falling apart, the breaking, screen doesn't work, yeah, I would do it. Because it makes sense. Because if my phone doesn't work or broken somehow, then I'll trade it in to get a newer one. Like, that makes perfect sense. What doesn't make sense is if my phone isn't broken and I traded it in and get something else while my phone is perfectly fine. Like, honestly, to me, this phone is perfectly fine. So I'm not going to trade it in to upgrade to the Z Fold 6. And there's just a lot of things that aren't changing. Like, the battery is not changing, still 4400 milliamp. So by the time when I use the Z Fold 6, as long as I use this phone, it's gonna be a half-day phone. It's gonna be like this phone. It's gonna be a half-day phone. So there's no point. I'm going back to where I was before. 7 years of software update is nice. Like, I do like that. But software update can only go so far, because I feel like the apps that I'm using aren't stopping to update. Unless it's a really old app. If the app is like some kind of really outdated emulator, then yeah, that's gonna stop. But most of the apps that I use on a day-to-day basis that's non-gaming related, those apps still update, and they update all the time. So I don't feel like software update should be the thing that's making me trade it in. And it's gonna be such a similar experience. Like, I'm still gonna have this type of frame. I'm still gonna have this type of screen. It's still gonna open up to a 7.6-inch screen, so that doesn't change. Yeah, the front screen is bigger, but still narrow, so that doesn't change. The cameras are gonna be better. Not significantly better, but better. So that's great. It's lighter. It's gonna be lighter than this phone. This phone is of what the case on, I think 300 grams. So that's gonna be a nice touch, but I feel like that the phone being lighter doesn't seem to be such a big deal for me. Because I'd rather have a phone that's heavier, that's gonna be more durable, or it's gonna have longer lasting battery, or bigger screen, or if a phone is heavy and it has the features to back up the weight, like, that's fine with me. I don't think that's a huge deal. So I would much rather, let's say, for example, I would much rather have the Z Fold 6 kept this kind of 300 gram weight, but have like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Or better yet, because it's a foldable, have a larger battery than that, maybe 5,500. That would be great. You do have the option to do 1 terabyte of storage, which this one doesn't have that option. So having more storage would be great. Like, that's actually pretty enticing. But as I'm talking right now, I use about 300 gigs, give or take, and yeah, it's gonna keep going up because I'm gonna keep having ROMs and music and things like that in the phone picture, so it's gonna keep going up. But yeah, I feel like overall it's really not worth it. Like I can't really see the actual tangible realistic benefit to getting the 6. Like, okay, let's say for example, right, if the Z Fold 6 with having a bigger battery, if it has like a significantly bigger screen, let's say if it's like much wider and it opens up to something that's much bigger, yeah, I can see that, because this phone has already been like a few years in the tooth, so, and having the next model just be significantly better, like I see that, like I see the progress, then it's worth it. But I do not see progress, or I see very little progress. So I feel like it's not worth it. Yeah. But then again, it's just me. It's just like I believe by definition average, or maybe like above average, because I have like other phones that I use for the video making. So there's that. So then I can kind of like compare, contrast, and things like that. So that's it's a hobby of mine. So it's what I do. But I just feel like it's not worth it for me to trade this up and give this phone away, because it still works. Like everything about it still works. It's not broken, or it's not broken at all. I mean, yeah, like the screen protectors are dead, and I gotta replace it with an aftermarket screen protector, but that's like what, $11? So that's not too much to ask to replace it with different aftermarket screen protectors that cost $11. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know, comment down below. Would you do the same? Would you keep your phone, or would you trade it in to get the newer phone, get the 7 years of software updates, lighter device, better camera, not significantly better, but better camera, wider front screen? So yeah, let me know. Comment down below. You want to pick up any of these items that you see in the video, the headphones, the controller, yeah, let me know. Link down below. You can pick it up, support me at the same time, hopefully no extra cost to you. New to the channel, click subscribe, thumbs up, comment, like, bell, more content. You guys stay awesome.